up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Understanding the Reason. I'm your host, Jerome Majette. Thank you for showing up, man. I just want to personally invite you to check out our previous videos. If you're brand spanking new, what we're doing over here is sharing with you guys my 18-year study and research on why are we here. And it started out as a Bible study, and it's transformed into a very powerful book that I'm inviting you to pick up, okay? So we've been reading in the book, and before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, any comments, all comments are welcome. This is not an argument for or against religion or anything like that. We just want to know, why are we here? Like, why did God, who is an eternal spirit, create a temporary universe? And more importantly, why did he put us here? And we believe that the scriptures bear the whole thing out. It's a fascinating study. So I'm glad you're here. And also, anybody who purchases our merchandise or pick up my book, Understanding the Reason God Made Man, What Made Him Do It, I'm on Amazon. Okay. Also, the links are in the description. So if you decide that you want to participate and support us with either picking up a shirt or hoodie or whatever, the book, send me a copy or send me a selfie of yourself, right? A selfie of yourself on Facebook Messenger, and we're going to shout you out at the end of our videos. And that being said, please stick around so that you can see who we shout out on this video. We just want to show some love and just show to you guys that we really appreciate you. Okay, so let's dive right on in there. Very, very cool. So we've been discussing in our previous discussion, we talked about giants and how giants, the skeletal remains of giants have been found scattered throughout the world, even in the United States, right? And there's a gentleman by the name of Mr. Stephen Quayle who wrote a phenomenal book. And as I was doing my research, I came across his information and I was blown away at a couple of things. Number one, they don't want you to know this information. Straight up, it's been hidden, and most of it has been hidden out of fear. But very studious researchers have produced pictorial evidence of the remains of giants. And so that kind of helped me, because I'm a matter of fact type of guy. I want to know if it's true. So when I read in the scriptures that the angelic beings in the spirit realm looked at human women and decided they wanted to, get with them sexually, it blew me away when they found the actual evidence. So that being said, check out the video. Check out the video. So God told Satan that he was going to destroy him. And he told him that he was going to bring him down in ashes before kings to the place of the dead. And that's where we left off at. We were talking about the place of the dead. So what is this place of the dead? Like, what is this? Is he talking about hell? Because a lot of people believe that Satan is in hell, and we got evidence to prove that that's not true. Okay. And we'll bring that out as well in subsequent videos. But the place of the dead, like, what did God mean when he said that? What was he talking about? Right? So let's read over here in the book. So let's talk about it, going back to where we were. Realizing this, we can confidently observe God's intention revealed in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12 through 16. Remember, he told his enemies he would cast them down to the place of the dead in ashes in the sight of kings. When we examine the phrase place of the dead, it clearly states his objective. Let's take some time to think this through. Wrote that in there too. This place of the dead. What did God mean by place of the dead? Where is this place? We know, according to the text, he was directing his statement to Satan and his followers. Also, we understand at the time he made this statement that man had not yet been created. Neither had time nor history been created. It is further understood that life of any kind other than angelic life did not exist outside of heaven. Our understanding is founded on the phrase we have examined earlier, and the earth was without form and void. So we know that just based on that there was no angelic beings here on the planet. And you'll run across, like I ran across, information as I was doing my study where there were people, arguing that there was life here on earth before God put Adam here. Well, that wouldn't align with what Genesis chapter 1 says, right? If the earth is void, what does void mean? Empty. It means empty. And so that argument got dispelled right away, okay? Let's keep reading. This is a supposition based on the fact that scientists have not discovered life on any other planet to date. That is not to say life on other planets does not exist. I'm just saying it has not been found. My thought, though, is that life exists on that if life exists on any other planet, it would have been found. It would have been revealed in Scripture. As a side note, I personally don't believe God would hide this from us, especially since He has made every secret available to us through His Spirit and His Word. To me, this is one thing He would not have kept secret. Since this is such a popular subject, I'll explore the alien question in a later chapter. So we're going to talk about that too. That's amazing as well. So this place of the dead, it would have to be a place where life would exist, but would ultimately die. Nothing in heaven is dead, neither can anything there experience physical death. And angelic beings are spirits, and they cannot die. So we are spirit too. And we talked about that before. This is an earth suit. It carries our spirit and our soul. So once this thing is dissolved, when you lay this thing down, you go into the spirit realm because you are an eternal spirit. And I just want to put some emphasis on that, because there's got to be more to what we do every day. It's got to be more to our existence than we live here, we die, we're done. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. So nothing in heaven is dead, neither can it experience physical death. Carbon life had to exist before death could occur, since physical death is the cessation of carbon life forms. What really blows my mind is God would have to factor in death, the death of man, to make the statement in the first place. The declaration God made to Satan sheds light on his original intent to create man. Satan, being cast down to the place of the dead, has to suggest he was being cast down to a place where man would exist. Man had to live before he could die, and we all know there is only one place man could live, and that's right here on earth. So when God was telling Satan, I'm going to cast you down to the place of the dead, what he was telling him is, I'm going to fling you, you're going to get flung to the earth like lightning. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what took place. So at this point, what I like to do is just consider another point. The Creator was determined to create mankind as well as every living thing and place it under our sovereignty. So we know this, that God's whole deal was to destroy Satan. Why? Because Satan defiled the holy places, right? And as a result, he was banished from heaven, flung out to the earth, and we spent some time establishing that, right? So we got that point. Now what we're going to talk about is a very powerful law called the law of transference. So we'll talk about that. We'll pick that up on our next video. Thank you guys so much for being here. Listen, don't forget to get your copy of Understanding the Reason God Made Man, What Made Him Do It. Also, don't forget, if you send me a selfie, send me a selfie over on Facebook Messenger. I'll post you on our at the end of our video. Please stay and help me celebrate supporters, man. Help me celebrate those who support us. I really appreciate you guys being here. God bless you. Have an awesome rest of your week. We'll talk to you later. Peace.